I am Professor L.B. Gaikwad, who has brought today the new topic, and the topic is on the preposition. I have brought for you the preposition at. What is the at preposition and what is the meaning of this preposition we will see. At means, what is at? I will tell you, at means at the time of. At means at the time of. And second is on the day of. Remember, on the day of. So at means at the time of and at means on the day of. For example, we will see they came together, they came together, they came together at the time of, at the time of, at the time of, or on the day of, on the day of, on the day of Diwali, on the day of Diwali. So remember here, now I will discuss with you about this preposition. At is the preposition, and the meaning of this at is at the time of and on the day of. It means that this at is used for at the day of and on the day of. It means that on the day of means at and at the time of means at. So remember, this is the example, and the example is they came together at the time of or on the day of Diwali. It means that they came together at Diwali. So at Diwali means at the time of Diwali and on the day of Diwali. This is the meaning of this at preposition. So remember here we are discussing about the various meanings of the preposition at. Now the next meaning of this at is on the place of. Remember, at means on the place of, on the place of, on the place of. Remember, now we are discussing about the next meaning of this at preposition, and the meaning is on the place of. It means that at means on the place of and on the place of means at. So we will discuss this with the help of the example. So the example is we dropped him, we dropped him, we dropped him at the airport, at the airport, airport. It means we dropped him at the airport means we dropped him at the airport. So second explanation will be we dropped him on the place of the airport. So the explanation is that at means on the place of and at means at, or at means at the place of. That is the explanation. So remember here we are discussing about the preposition at and its various meanings. So the next meaning we are discussing is that at means in front of something, in front of something, in front of something. This is the first meaning. Means the meaning of this at is in front of something. So remember, we will see this with the help of the Example, the beggar begged. For example, the beggar, the beggar, the beggar begged, the beggar begged at my door, at my door. So remember, here the explanation is that at means in front of something. In front of something means here something is the door. So the explanation is that the beggar begged at my door means the beggar begged in front of my door. So remember here, in front of means at and at means in front of. So remember here, the explanation we are doing or the discussion where we are doing is about the at preposition and its various meanings. So now the next meaning of this at is in the direction of, in the direction of, in the direction of. So remember, in the direction of is now the meaning. So the example is we should look, we should look at our parents. We should look at our parents. We should look at our parents in their oldness. In their oldness. So remember here, the meaning is that at means in the direction of. At means in the direction of. And the explanation is that we should look at our parents in their old days. It means we should look in the direction of our parents in their oldness. So it is very clear that at means in the direction of and in the direction of is at. So this is the meaning, and we should know here about the preposition at and the various meanings of this at. So remember here we are looking here the preposition at. So at means here at the age of. Remember, at means at the age of. At the age of means at. Remember, now we are discussing about the preposition at, and at means at the age of. So we will discuss this with the example. He died at 40. Remember, he died at 40. So what is the meaning? He died at 40 means he died at the age of 40. So at the age of 40 means at 40. So at means at the age of, and at the age of means at. So remember here we are discussing the preposition at and its various meaning. So we will see now the next topic, that we have more phrases. We have more phrases of this at. What is the explanation? We have more phrases of this at, means there are more phrases which have been made from this at. So remember here the phrase is at least. At least, at least. So we will use this phrase in this way. I have at least, I have at least 3 rupees. I have at least 3 rupees means the meaning is that I have at least 3 rupees. It means that I have only 3 rupees. So at least means only and only means at least. So remember here we are discussing the phrases which have been made with the help of at preposition. So remember here now we are discussing the topic, the phrases which have been made with the help of at. So the next phrase is at first. At means at first. So remember, at means at first. So this at first is the phrase which has been made by this at. So for example, at first, at first, at first, he was a man. So remember, at first he was a man. Means at first means what? In the beginning. Remember, in the beginning. In the beginning. So what is the explanation? At first means in the beginning. At first means in the beginning he was a man. So at first means in the beginning, and in the beginning means at first. So remember here we are discussing about the phrases which have been made by at preposition. So the next phrase we are going to see is at times. At times, at means at times, at times means sometimes. Remember, what is the meaning? Sometimes. So at is the preposition, and from this preposition the phrase is there at times. At times, the phrase is at times and the meaning is sometimes. So remember, now we will see we ate a little chapatis. We ate a little chapatis, at times. At times means sometimes. At times is sometimes means at times, and at times means sometimes. So remember here the explanation is that at means the preposition, and from this at the phrase has been made, and that phrase is at times, and the meaning of at times is sometimes. And this example is here, we ate a little chapatis. At times means sometimes, sometimes or at times we ate a little chapatis. That is the explanation. So remember here we are discussing the phrases which have been made here with the help of the at preposition. So remember here we have seen now the phrase at times. Now at a time, the next phrase is at a time. At a time, at means at a time, at a time, at a time. What is the meaning of at a time? At a time म्हणजे once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. That is the meaning. So remember, at is the preposition and at a time is the phrase which has been made from this at preposition, and the meaning of at a time is once upon a time. So once upon a time, at a time means once upon a time, or at a time means at one time only. At one time only. That is also the meaning. So we will see now with the example. So the example is, I was a poor man. I was a poor man. I was a poor man at a time. At a time. At a time means what? I was a poor man once upon a time. I was a poor man at one time only. So remember, here we are discussing the phrases which have been made from the preposition at. So remember here, now the next phrase we are looking is that it is at that time. At that time. So remember, at that time means here the time is given. At that time means on that evidence, on that evidence, on that event. That is the time, on that point, on that point. So remember here, what is the explanation? The explanation is that at is the preposition, at that time is the phrase which has been made from this at, and this at that time is showing time, and its meaning is on that evidence or on that event or on that point. So we will see this with the example, and the example is at that time, at that time he was with me. At that time he was with me. So remember, at that time means on that evidence, on that event, on that point, he was with me. So remember here, at that time means on that evidence, event and point. So here we are discussing the phrases which have been made with the help of the preposition, and that preposition is at. So we are going now again to see the next phrase, and that next phrase is at. At means at any moment. At any moment. So remember, at any moment. At any moment means at any time. So remember, at any moment means at any time means this thing or this phrase we can explain like this: he can come, he can come, he can come to us, at any moment. At any moment, at any moment means at any time. At any time. So what is the explanation? The explanation is that at is the preposition, at any moment, at any time is the phrase which has been made from this at preposition, and the explanation is that he can come to us at any moment or at any time. So remember here we are discussing about the phrases which have been made with the help of the preposition, and that preposition is at. So remember here we are discussing the phrases. Now the phrase is at last. The phrase is at last. At last means what? At last means at, and at last means finally. So remember, finally. So finally means at the end. At the end. So remember here, at is the preposition, at last is the phrase which has been made from this at, and its meaning is finally or at the end. So with the example we will see at last, at last, at last, or finally, or at the end, he died. At last he died. So remember, at last he died means finally he died. At the end he died. It means that at is the preposition and this at has made the phrase, and that is at last, and at last means finally or at the end. That is the meaning which we are looking here. So remember here we are looking about the preposition at and its various phrases. So remember now we are looking the phrase at the beginning. So remember, at means at the beginning. At means at the beginning. At the beginning. Now, at the beginning means at the beginning means initially. Initially. What is initially? Means at first. At first. So remember here, at is the preposition, and from this preposition the phrase is here at the beginning, and the meaning of this phrase at the beginning is initially, and initially means at first. So we will see with the help of the example. The example is at the beginning, at the beginning, at the beginning, at the beginning, he was a poor man. He was a poor man, and now he is a big man. He is a big man. So remember here we are discussing here the meaning of this phrase at the beginning. So remember, at the beginning, he was a poor man, and now he is a big man. So remember, at is the preposition, and from this at the beginning is the phrase. Its meaning is initially or at first, and so this is the example. So example is at the beginning he was a poor man, and now he is a big man. So at the beginning means initially, and at the beginning means at first. This is the particular meaning which we are looking here. Now the phrase is at the speed of. Remember, now the phrase is at the speed of. So remember, at is the preposition, and from this at the phrase is at the speed of. At the speed of. At the speed of. And for example we will see he runs at the speed of. At the speed of. At the speed of a deer. Remember, what is the explanation? At is the preposition, at the speed of is the phrase which has been made from this at, and explanation is that he runs at the speed of a deer. It means that here we have discussed the meaning of this phrase. So remember, here we are discussing the phrases which have been made with the help of the at preposition. So remember, here the meaning is very much useful. Now at the rate of. At the rate of. So remember, at means what? Preposition, and the phrase is at the rate of. At the rate of. So remember, he sold his he sold his wheat, he sold his wheat at the rate of, at the rate of, at the rate of 2000 rupees, 2000 rupees a quintal, a quintal. So remember, a quintal. So remember here, what is the explanation? The explanation is that he sold his wheat at the rate of means that is the price. At the rate of means price. So price. So remember, he sold his wheat at the rate of 2000 rupees a quintal. Remember, at the rate of 2000 rupees a quintal. So here this is the price of the wheat, and at this price he has sold his wheat. That is the explanation, and this explanation is being shown here with the help of the phrase at the rate of. Remember, the last phrase is at the rhythm of. At the rhythm, at the rhythm, at the rhythm of. At the rhythm of is equal to at. So remember, at is the preposition, and from this preposition the phrase has been made, and the phrase is at the rhythm of. Now at the rhythm of means here it is showing music. It is showing music. So remember here, I will tell you that he danced at the rhythm of, at the rhythm of, at the rhythm of, at the rhythm of a, at the rhythm of a timbrel. Remember, timbrel. So remember, he danced at the rhythm of. At the rhythm of means on the call of. On the call of. On the call of means when he was called by the timbrel, he started his dancing, and so the explanation is that he danced at the rhythm of a timbrel means he danced at the time, or he danced on the call of the timbrel. So remember here, at is the preposition, and from this at the phrase is there at the rhythm of, and we have discussed this with the help of this. I will say the phrase and the preposition at. So today we have seen the topic of the preposition, and the topic is about at, and we have seen the various meanings, various usages of this at and the related phrases. What is your opinion about this video? You can talk about it in my comment box. Please give me the comment. Thank you very much.